What is up? All Day Insider is no more. Welcome to the first ever episode of Both Feet in Bounds, the podcast where we talk about the exact same stuff as we done the old one. We just have a different name. So, as always, we got the squad. We got Phoenix. We got Blaze. We got Sting. We're doing the thing. Today, we're going to be doing a little, we did quarterbacks last time we were here. We ranked them. We told you who was going to be good and who wasn't. But we're going to do that with wide receivers. We're going to talk a little bit about wide receivers, a little bit about some other news in the NFL as well. So we'll get to all that. But how you doing, boys?
Good. Nice to meet you all on this new podcast.
Yeah, we're orange now.
I like that, actually.
Gold, not orange.
Yeah, we're gold.
Yeah, orange makes me sick.
Oh, you did say gold, huh?
It is gold. Yeah. All gold, everything. Dude, we need to play that as an intro song. Anyway, I don't know if you guys even know that song. It's fine.
No. What? Oh,
if it was yellow, we could do black and yellow.
I was gonna say black and yellow, but
no, we're not.
Probably
we're not doing that. That's not gonna be a thing we do. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the NFL before we get to these wide receiver things.
Hold up 1 second.
Lamar's probably the most interesting, I think.
Which one?
Lamar.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it kind of in my group of friends? The operating theory is that he wants that guaranteed contract, right? And the owners don't want that to become a trend. They want Watson's guaranteed contract to be the oddball,
the
outlier. Yeah, not.
So I was reading the exact same thing. I was on my Twitter journey, or no, sorry, my Reddit journey, as I am every single day, and it brought me down the rabbit hole. I found a thread of people saying basically the same thing. Like, it seems like the NFL is in like collusion somewhat. What they're sort of saying, like, no one pay him what he wants because we don't want like Deshaun Watson 2.0 and then it being a trend within the NFL kind of thing. Like, is that true? Maybe not. But like,
Daniel Jones just got almost $50 million and he's crap. Like,
but
really?
That's not guaranteed.
He got that's 40 guaranteed. I thought he got 60 guaranteed.
That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is Lamar's saying fully pay me or I'm not playing. Where Daniel Jones didn't say anything like that. Daniel Jones was like, I'll wait and see my contract, and then got a contract and was happy, I'm sure, about it. I mean, there's no way he wasn't happy about those numbers, but he wasn't being a little whiny baby about it.
Yeah.
And then saying, I'm not going to play football until I get this money. Like, Daniel Jones probably would have taken less. He's not going to whine. Like, come on. Daniel Jones is Daniel Jones. And it was, I think, 82 guaranteed or something close. But yeah, 85 is very close. Something like that.
All right, Long Island made it. Okay, cool.
But yeah, like,
what's up, guys?
It's just a trend we don't want to see. We're going back to like the Le'Veon Bell days. We're going back to where people are saying, I'm not going to play unless I get this crazy amount of money, and then they don't pay him, and they're like, all right, cool, I'm actually not. It's like, don't do it. Just play the game. Like, calm down.
They made holdouts illegal under the new CBA that they have. Like, they can't do that Le'Veon Bell style holdout anymore.
Oh, right.
Our real jobs. Hey, I'm holding out for like triple my salary.
So what's going on with Lamar? It's like someone can pick him up, but they have to pay him like a certain amount plus give up 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, I don't know if they have to pay him a certain amount.
No, Baltimore gets the option to match whatever he's offered.
Right.
Oh,
and
okay.
Or
if they decide not to match, then the other team has to give up 2 first-round picks.
Gotcha. So people are still saying Atlanta's in it, and they've said they're not. They've literally like came out on their own official Twitter and said they were not going to be a part of that.
A lot of teams have done that.
Yeah, a lot of teams. I think it was like 14 teams did that. But that goes back to realistically, the conspiracy theory that you were talking about where everyone's trying to blackball Lamar. And if that's true or not, I don't know that Baltimore wants him anymore. I think that they're honestly thinking that they can just do a hard reboot. If they get 2 first-round picks,
But why even tag him if they just don't want him?
Well, I don't think
Because-
it's a matter of
so-
not wanting
Yeah,
him,
but
but they want to
No,
pay
they
him.
want to know. They don't want to pay him, so they want to know what other offers are going to come in at, and then they want the opportunity to match it. But that doesn't mean that they want to match it. Does that make sense? So
yeah,
like
they
they're
want
going to
pay him
shop
on their
him.
terms. Not,
Yeah, they're going to shop him. And if someone says like, okay, fine, we'll give you 160 fully guaranteed for 3 years, then they'll probably go along with it and maybe do it. But if someone comes along and says like, oh, we'll give you a 5-year fully guaranteed contract, they might be like, well, I'm sorry, but we have to let you go. I mean,
We'll take the first round picks.
we'll take the first round picks. I mean,
I was about to say-
there's 4 legit quarterbacks coming out.
That's what I was about to say. What's the likelihood that they did the non-exclusive tag in hopes that one of these bottom teams grabs Lamar and then they can draft a QB?
Heck
Yeah.
yeah. Heck
Right?
yeah.
Remember,
absolutely.
Look what they did.
But
look
are
what-
you,
look what they-
if
look
you're
what
one
they
of
won
those
with
bottom
last year.
teams, are you going to take Lamar's giant contract over
The same rookie you're trading away, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it just
But
depends. It depends on your OCs.
You can also fill in though. You can grab a Mariota or something, and you know what? From what they had last year, Mariota would be an upgrade for literally their backup quarterback.
They don't have. Yeah,
that they
they can
won
just
with.
throw Tyler Huntley.
Yeah,
but-
I
But they also have options where they can win. I mean, it's not like Lamar did anything last year outside of the first 3 or 4 games. He was fire, but after that, he just completely sucked.
I
It's
think
really
a bigger
hard.
concern with him is his injuries.
Yeah.
He's been injured the last 2 years.
I mean,
He's
I
a
think
running quarterback.
that's their own. I don't think they're gonna go with Huntley. I think my thing is they either
I was just joking about that.
they go with Lamar or they ship Lamar to someone that has a pick where they can get at least Anthony Richardson or up. Anywhere up from there. Because but do they want Richardson? He's the exact same style as Lamar. It doesn't work
that's
for
hard.
them.
That's hard.
If they get rid of Lamar, they're going to bring somebody crappy in there. I mean, think about it. They won a Super Bowl with Dan Dilfer. They can win a Super Bowl with
Joe
Wentz.
Flacco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw Wentz in there and just tell him here, just manage this offense and we'll blow it up on defense.
Mm-hmm.
We'll run the shit out of the ball.
Yeah, speaking of some of these, I see some comments over here. I'm not trying to move it along too quickly, but what about Rodgers? What do we? What is Aaron Rodgers is going to the Jets, right?
Yes.
It seems to be that.
Have to.
I mean,
Did
there's
you see Sauce's guarantee?
yes, he said he
I
was
won't-
intercepted in practice.
We'll take him off in practice. That's awesome.
I think so there's a lot of rumors of like, oh, Rodgers is just, shopping around, but I don't think Rodgers is the guy to like have the Jets leadership in his house in California if he wasn't actually considering it. Rodgers doesn't really seem like a waste my time kind of guy. You know
No,
what I
he
mean?
doesn't.
Like, does he seem like a silly guy like that? I just don't
No.
see that.
No, he's only
so-
going to take serious, like people that are
Yes.
serious. I mean, he may like I could
Yes.
see him visiting with like Vegas, but that's
Mhm.
about as far as he goes, I think.
Right. So I forget who it was. Bull Raider. Do you guys know him from the
Yep.
chat? Okay.
Mhm.
He had a classic tweet after that car signing to the Saints. Oh my god. It was like the picture of Ray Liotta laughing in Goodfellas. Have you seen that? Where it's like he's like crazy laughing or whatever.
Yeah.
To Derek Carr in a picture of him in a Saints uniform or whatever. And I was just thinking like 6 years with the Raiders, you get like your favorite weapon traded to your team and you're still garbage. Like what do the Saints
and he had the
think
best
they're
running back in
getting?
football.
Huh?
And he had the best running back in football too.
Yeah. And that's a great point. And he had the best running back last year. What are they doing? Like how? So contracts are getting a little out of hand when you look at what Derek Carr just got paid and when you look at what Daniel Jones got paid. So I think that Lamar has a legitimate grievance with them not paying him that much money. However, the fact that other teams, to your other point of like, well, they're just making it like the past, where they just pay people and they're not playing or whatever. But like Carr and Daniel Jones just got mega contracts. So Lamar must just be looking at them like, I'm a former Hall of Famer or
The
former
Saints.
MVP.
What's crazy is the Saints got nothing in Derek Carr. He's not going to help them at all.
No.
Like, I would rather have Jameis Winston. I think. I don't know. It's
Jameis Winston. That's who's going to go back to the Bucks, right? Like, the Bucks are over, but
I still think the Bucks should roll with Kyle Trask. I think he's fine.
that they're going to try.
I think he's fine.
that's what they're. But they're going to trade Blaze. You said they were trading Mike Williams or Mike Evans, right?
Well, speculation.
But his contract's up. He's FA
next year.
Yeah.
So
you do it well.
You get something for him, right? Give him a chance to go to another winning team, theoretically.
Right.
Is Kamara going to play next year? Do we know if that's a thing that's going to happen?
I don't know. That's been pending for a year and a half now. So is it something that's just going to disappear?
Oh, that's a good
I know,
one.
right?
Jimmy G to the Bucks.
so-
That's fair. Jimmy G to the Bucks is fair.
They were saying Jimmy G to the Raiders because of what's his name? Coach.
I think the Raiders end up cheaping out and just going with Stidham.
Go what?
With
Stidham?
Yeah, they're broke. I think.
I think
Yeah.
They spent all their money on coaches.
They could go with Stidham.
I think
What do
Stidham's
you
fine.
do? Yeah, I don't think he'd
I
go
don't like
horribly.
him, but-
I think Stidham could put up some talking about Jameis Winston numbers in his whatever his prime is, when he threw for almost what he threw for almost 5,000 yards and like
Like
30
his junior year in college, is that his prime?
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
No, but he had some big seasons though. But I mean, Stidham's going to throw a lot of interceptions, but he can throw.
Yeah.
He can throw for 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns, no
I
problem.
mean, isn't that kind of the same thing with Jameis Winston though? I mean, he's not bad. He just throws a lot of picks. So
that
I
would
mean,
constitute
what
you
do you
being
get?
bad.
Huh? Yeah, I know. Like he'll win you games, but he'll also be the reason that you lose games. You know what I mean?
Fitzpatrick.
He'll win you one and then just get blown out the next. He's Dak.
Yeah.
He's just Dak is what he is.
One up, one
Poor
down.
Dak. That's my quarterback.
Such a bummer.
I don't know. I think that the Rodgers thing would be interesting. I know, obviously, I would say the Jets are a top 5, obviously, defense.
If Rodgers goes there, they're easily a top 5 offense too.
Yeah. Like,
I mean-
how are they not?
Garrett Wilson is absolutely bonkers. We'll get to that in a minute when we go over the wide receiver ratings. Brees Hall is going to be coming back. You should be good. They have Elijah Moore, also good. I mean,
they're stacked, dude. Like, if he wants to go and have a shot at a run at the championship, he has one.
And the best thing about it too is he's going to come in with like that veteran knowledge, that veteran like poise, and all those they're kids, all of them. They're super young,
for sure.
Like,
And it's like
be,
a similar atmosphere to Green Bay too, in terms of like
Yes.
the winter games, like the fans there. Like
That's true. That's true. I mean, I can just imagine though. Like, do you remember last season when Rodgers was just like throwing his hands up in the middle of a game and stuff when people were dropping passes? Like, can you imagine him on a super young team like that? Just like, I don't know. He's like the disappointed dad, and everyone's just gonna want to please Rodgers. I don't know. It could work out. It could be horrible.
I think they'd be easily in playoff running, if not like way past that.
What's their division? I mean, who's in their division? I don't know off the top of my head.
Bills.
Jags,
Pats, Dolphins, and Bills.
Pats, Dolphins, Bills. I mean, that's rough, but
It's not the
who
best.
knows? Who knows what the Bills are going to look like
I'm
next
a
year?
Dolphin fan, but who's quarterbacking the Dolphins next year?
Tom Brady.
At this point, probably.
No, seriously. I mean,
I
I don't know.
If Tua could stay healthy, I mean, he proved that he can, win games and get the ball to those receivers.
They have nasty weapons.
They do. I mean, they've got a good team.
What up, Shawshank?
The Bills are the Bills, and I mean the Pats. I mean, if Mac Jones settles in,
Mac Jones got his OC too, so hey, who
Yeah.
knows? And the thing about the Bills too, and everyone was a little at the end of last year, a little down on Josh Allen, all that. The Bills are still gonna win 10, 11, 12 games. Like they're not gonna just go away. So
I don't know though. What do you think? Is there any rumors? Does anyone know about what's going on with Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen, because they do not like each other. I mean, how much longer does Stephon Diggs have on his contract? I don't know. I'm just throwing questions out there, but it seems like that they're not like in the happiest of situations. Yes, Lecky says right here, Diggs wants out. I'm pretty sure he floated that out there like to the media, so there is a possibility that Diggs gets traded. But I mean, they could buy him out.
If Diggs got traded, though, I mean,
who's your number one? Gabe Davis?
No, but he's such a big name. Like, they're gonna get value, and they're gonna be able to replace him. Yeah. Like, it's not like they're just gonna be like, oh, let's give him up for absolutely no. Like, they're gonna find a replacement, even if it is a B tier or number 2 receiver. Like, you have Josh Allen, you have Gabe Davis, you're fine. Yeah, like, they're fine.
I know. Well, I know. Like, coming out of this year's draft, they're talking about how the wide receiver core is not very strong this year, and that actually there was some corners that were like smoking wide receivers in the combine.
So there's only 2 huge receivers coming out, like really, really, really big names, but because the defensive side of the ball and the quarterback spots are going to take up so many of those top picks, and linemen, all kind of like everyone but wide receivers, those 2 are going to slip a good amount. Jackson Smith-Njigba, who is like the Ohio State big one, is coming off an ACL tear, so he may slip into like the 20s. Yeah, and he is a stud. So you're going to be looking at people like that.
Is he the one that did someone tear their ACL in the combine, or was it right before?
That was a tight end or something that tore it during the combine.
During the combine, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a shame. That's horrible.
No, Njigba did about halfway through last year. So he should be good to go, but like he's not running in the combine, nothing. It's sort of similar to Jameson Williams last year, except for he's a lot more of an all around, like, big spooky receiver, whereas Williams is just all speed. So, so that 6'7" Georgia tight end is named Darnell Washington, and so I live right around here. I go to all Georgia games pretty much. He's a lot more hyped than people think. His numbers were crazy, but he's still not as athletic with the ball in his hands and catching the ball as it seems like he would be. It's
not as refined as the other.
It's a lot more hype, and he's not going to be as good as. I mean, he's huge. He can block really well, but he's not that good. He's apparently going to creep into the top round because of his numbers, but I mean,
I don't know. I'm super excited to see what happens with Anthony Richardson, though, because people were just like,
you're finally on
blown away. Well, okay, so like people were blown away, but then they were like talking mad trash on his like arm capabilities, on his accuracy and such.
He's got a rocket for an arm, thoh, too.
His short range accuracy is.
His long.
They were like calling it dog poop. Like they were like even on NFL Network they were saying that. So it'll be interesting to know.
I actually posted he's got all the attributes, but he needs to learn how he can't hit the broadside of a barn with a beach ball right now.
Yeah, no. How do you fix that? I mean, they fixed it with Josh Allen, but
his release point. It's all about his release.
They could fix it.
Cam Newton. Remember Cam overthrew everybody.
Yeah,
like when he got out of sync, and he had no short-term no accuracy, and it was his release point. When his release point was on, he hit you in the chest. When it was off, he was just spraying the ball high everywhere. But it's all about the release point and shortening his throw.
Yeah, I mean, Richardson can learn that. He can get better at that. He's a crazy athlete. His numbers he were putting up, I mean, were absurd. And if we're going to talk about solely combine, 2 defensive linemen from UGA ran sub 4.4s. A 4.39. A 4.39 and a 4.41 were the 2 times, and they're defensive linemen off the same team. That is wild. And I can't wait to see both of them go into the NFL. That whole draft class is, I mean, the defensive draft class is insane, even though most people are talking about the quarterbacks. So we will see.
That's why you're going to see a lot of wide receivers traded, Lecky. Jacoby Myers being the top FA.
What? Yeah, that's true. That is true.
So there was also just going back and putting a cherry on top of the Rodgers thing, and this is like wild if and buts, but like they were saying that it might do Zach Wilson some good to have Rodgers as like a mentor, and it's like I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Is Zach Wilson a lost cause? Like, I mean, is he really
Yes.
that bad?
I think so.
Is he? I don't know. I don't know if I watched him enough last year.
I mean, that's
to,
like saying he's gonna have to. If you're thinking of him having to be mentored, he's gonna have to become a pro football quarterback at some point. So you're saying he's just gonna have a revolution like Josh Allen did, and just
He's
be
but he's
good.
a child. He's a child mentally, though. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah, that's the
problem.
thing is he's
That's the
super
problem.
immature.
But that's it. When I mean, just the question, do you think you let your defense down? Dude,
No.
you had like 57 total yards and you scored 3 points. Of course.
Yeah.
No accountability, no anything. It's just, but that's the way he was raised, obviously.
But does making him more mature make him better at football?
No.
No, but it could
make him a better
help
team
what's in
leader
between his ears.
And
I don't know, though.
Give him a
Maybe
little more confidence that his teammates are backing him up. But you let your teammates, just drown like that. It's like, okay.
And yeah, he's super cocky.
I don't know if it's cocky or clueless.
Both.
Honestly, there's a fine line between cocky and clueless, and honestly, I think he's just absolutely clueless.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't ever see him maturing and becoming like the leader that any team needs.
He went to BYU.
Yeah,
really. I mean, how much competition did he really have? He was a big man on campus. I'm sure, just straight through. So, I mean, what do you learn?
You know what, though? You know what'll be interesting, though? Because if Rodgers does go there, say Rodgers goes there, he might straight up look at Robert Saleh and be like, hey, this kid don't have it. Cut him.
No, I mean, that's possible.
Because Rodgers don't mess around. You know what I mean? And so he might actually save them a lot of time. Just being like, you guys are wasting your time. Let's get an actual backup quarterback in here. And it may
hang out with his mom.
It may be, what's his name? Oh my God, I'm blanking on his name. Who was the dude who came in for Zach Wilson halfway?
Mike White.
Mike White. Maybe Mike White steps up. I don't know. Maybe Rodgers and Mike White have like some darkness retreat together, and I don't know. Mike White looked better than Zach Wilson all year. So, I mean, give him a full year and see what he does. I don't, but there is that. Isn't Mike White free agent? So he might be gone.
I mean, it's not even that. Like, I think it's the same point with Mike White is like, could he become better? Maybe. Is he still going to be a guy that leads your team consistently to the playoffs? Absolutely not. You know what I mean? Like, you just have to go with Aaron Rodgers. If you get Aaron Rodgers, you have Aaron Rodgers, and then you think of who are we going to draft? Who are we going to trade for? You're not going to go to Zach Wilson or Mike White after Aaron Rodgers and be like, you're the leader now. Like, no, come on.
Yeah, but do you go and draft that dude who's like 5'10"?
Wait, maybe they'll get. By the way, Bryce Young's going to be the number 1 pick. Like, he's not going to stick around. There's no way that anyone.
I don't know that he'll go number 1.
He has to. Who else is going to go number 1? I mean, it's him or CJ Stroud, and they said that Bryce was just better at the combine.
Really?
No.
But wait, who's
or
the
no?
shorter
He hasn't
one,
thrown yet. That's Bryce.
That's the shorter one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. People. I mean, they were talking about how like some team is going to talk themselves into like him being able to like throw over a line or whatever. But
he's got the thing with him is he's got the it factor. He's got a little bit of that Mahomes magic in him where he just comes out of things unscathed and finds the open guy, and he did it day in, day out, and 3 guys on him getting pulled down in the backfield, and all of a sudden he's 3 yards away from that, nobody around him, and all of a sudden hits somebody over the middle, and you're like, how do you do that?
Yeah, how tall is?
Not many quarterbacks can do that. I mean, Drew Brees was the same size too.
No, he was.
You got to think though, like who, and another big thing is like, yes, he had a lot of talent with him at Alabama for sure, as on like the wide receiver end and on the defense and all that. But I mean, he put those players into the pros. You have Jalen Waddle, Jamison Williams, the Jerry Jeudy, all them played around at Alabama with Bryce Young, and he was led like he made those people look great. He's insane. And Kyler Murray is tiny, but there's a difference in Bryce. Bryce doesn't
not that good.
Bryce doesn't want to run. He doesn't look to run. He looks small and he's athletic, but he gets out of the pocket and
Isn't Kyler Murray kind of chunky?
Scramble though and get himself in position to find the open guy though.
Yeah. He like leaks out of the pocket a good bit, but
How tall is Justin Fields?
6'1", I think, 6'2", maybe.
So he's got quite a bit of height on him.
He's like CJ Stroud size.
Does he?
The other quarterback coming out. Yeah, they're similar.
I don't know. It's really interesting to see what the Bears are going to do. I mean, you trade away that first round pick. I mean, everything that they've said says that Justin Fields is their quarterback. So they could go back on what they said, though.
They have the first round pick, or they have the number 1 overall. But why I could see them. So they either trade to someone looking for a quarterback. That's option 1, or they take Will Anderson as a defensive end. Both are viable because they're saying Anderson goes 2 or 3 anyway.
Yeah.
So like, do you hold on to that pick and just draft the best defensive player in the draft? Maybe
you could.
I mean,
I mean, for all intents and purposes, he could end up being the best person in the draft if all 4 of these quarterbacks bust. I mean,
and not only that,
you have no idea.
He's more of
defensive end is.
He's more of a
important.
he's more of a solid bet. Like you said, Bryce is small. CJ is sort of unproven. You have the quarterbacks that could bust. A defensive end with that kind of talent just isn't going to flat out bust. Most likely, he's going to be at least average, if not a little.
Is he
better.
One of the ones that ran that super fast 40?
No, he ran like a 4.6, 4.55, something like that.
I mean, he doesn't have to.
But
be
I mean,
super
he's
fast.
huge, and he has. I mean, if you watch their games, he played at Alabama as well. But he was always. Think of the Super Bowl. Think how many times they called Nick Bolton's name. He was around the ball every 2 seconds. That's Will Anderson. He's always on the play at all. He runs quarterbacks down from behind. He fills holes. Like he does whatever's needed. And he's always around the ball. He has that like sixth sense that you're looking for in a player like that.
I forget the other quote that I remember hearing is that the cornerback class is good, but the DBs and linebackers are like horrible.
Yeah, there's not a ton.
So it's not going to be a very defensive.
There's not a ton of no. It's all like corners or defensive backs, mainly cornerbacks, and like ends.
Yeah.
There's a lot of edge rushers that are coming in, and they're all very talented. And then they're the cornerbacks. There was like 4 of them that were in like the 4.35 range, and they're all like bigger too. So
yeah. It'll be interesting to see what happens like the entire offseason because there's potential for what? I mean, six quarterback moves. We've already seen 1.
Yeah. I mean, and you're thinking like picking up
2.
I would count a quarterback
2 contracts.
I would count a quarterback move too as drafting one and like starting them right away. So you're looking at least 3 from this draft will start when they come in.
That would be wild.
Like if you're drafting Anthony Richardson, you're already taking enough of a gamble.
Yeah.
You're probably starting him. Like,
but who would draft him though? I don't know who's behind
Vegas.
Chicago. Vegas.
I could see Vegas taking him.
That they're known for taking the fastest and like most athletic guys ever, like in drafts.
I could see them taking him just
That'd
to
be
be
cool.
like a let's see it because Stidham is like all right, but he's not going to be. I don't see him being the guy for like a very long time. So it may just be like a let's throw Richardson in and see if he can do it and see if he can't kind of
Are
thing
you
right
going to be a
away.
quarterback or are you going to be Terrell Pryor?
Yep.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you could put that guy at tight end or receiver, and he's gonna do something for you.
That's what I was wondering too. Is like, does he end up being like a Taysom Hill?
He could,
but better. I mean, I don't know. He's huge. He's Stewart. So big. Like
he could be the next Cordell Stewart.
Yeah, I don't know. They were like talking about him as in like if he was going to be like another position that they'd put him at tight end, and they were comparing him to Kyle Pitts, and then they were saying like, but Kyle Pitts really hasn't proved himself yet. So
you know
it's
what?
kind of hard.
I hope somebody helps him with his release point and his awareness. And you know what? I'd love to see him, somebody that athletic with all those tools, like put it together. Because how many times do you get to see somebody with a unique, tool set like that who has it all? Put it together. I mean,
also that's a weird thing to talk about that. And it's not weird to talk about Kyle Pitts because I do it often, but mentioning him, Anthony Richardson to the Falcons wouldn't surprise me. At the 8th pick, I think they have.
That would be interesting dropping him in there and letting him go because they have some young talent there.
Yeah, they got a squad. I mean, it's most likely not going to happen. They took Ritter last year. They said he's like the guy now, and like he's probably fine. I'm not really sure, but that'd be
crazy.
interesting to put Pitts with Richardson and see what they could do because whatever quarterback comes in there next, even if it is Ritter, right?
Mhm.
The talk of Kyle Pitts hasn't shown enough. Kyle Pitts hasn't done this.
Right.
They hear that. They have
Right.
to. So he's gonna be the dude. Like they're gonna look at him. They're not gonna be like, they say we don't throw this guy the ball ever. I'm just never gonna look his way. And if someone new comes in, say it's Richardson, say it's another quarterback out of a trade, they're gonna be looking at him first. Like that's gonna be the guy they're like, all right, let's prove them wrong. This guy is an athlete.
That
That
really
kinda
just
thing,
is
so.
so confusing to me. Like I just don't understand what happened with him.
I don't know. I mean,
wrong offense, wrong quarterback, wrong.
they throw him the ball and he catches it in double coverage and gets a bunch of yards, and then it's 4 quarters later and he has no other catch. It's so confusing. I have no idea. But it is about halfway through the show. Let's go to what we came here for today: fantasy football wide receiver rankings. So I'm going to pull mine up over on my other computer. We'll just go down the list. We'll say basically what we did last time. We'll say, if we think they belong in the spot, if you would take them higher or lower, let's try to refrain. Last time we did a little bit of jumping ahead saying, I would take this person over him, this person over him. And then when we got to that person, we sort of didn't have anything to really do. So let's just go down the list. Let's see if everyone's in the right spot, regardless of who's under them or above them, kind of thing. Number 1, Phoenix's favorite player in the whole game, Justin Jefferson.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Oh, well, it's not.
Oh, by the way, these are PPR rankings too, combined the average of 12 different sources.
Correct. I
Jeez.
take Jefferson there always, every time. No question. I take him probably first in any league over anyone else.
Who?
So that's my pick. I take him as the number 1 pick in any league at any position, including wide receiver.
I just don't like him.
Wow.
I'm going to pass.
If I'm
Boys,
pick
you're
1,
quiet.
round 1, I go Jefferson.
Yeah, I like.
I'd still go
I like
McCaffrey
I like
over
the
him, but
second guy on the list.
Did you say McCaffrey?
over top of Jefferson, and just in terms of number one overall.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can take anyone over top of Jefferson from a wide receiver perspective.
No, I would be hard pressed to. I mean, Jamar Chase, obviously, we
He
saw
did
what
disappear
happened
down
there.
the stretch, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Who did?
Jamar
JJ.
Chase. Oh,
JJ did. He did. I know. I said that about his last 3 games. You can't disappear, and he disappeared.
Well, that's the thing is in fantasy, yeah, it is a little heartbreaking when like the guy you need to like get you the points isn't putting up at the end, but just average play, like you can't, like if he misses a couple games, like yeah, you lose those most likely, but the numbers he puts up in the other ones, you just can't. Like, I don't think there's any way. So I mean, the next one, I guess, is easily the other pick if Jefferson's gone, and that is Jamar Chase. I don't think.
There you go.
We'll see what happens with his baby mama.
What?
Oh? Yeah, what? I didn't hear about that.
What is this?
She's like making some claims about him.
Yeah,
What
but
about
he's-
him?
That
he's
she's got.
video that'll put him away for life, and
Yeah.
the NFL, which just hurts her too.
What are you like? What? I don't know.
Yeah,
We need to
I
get
don't know
into
that
it,
much
but
about it, but yeah, we'll see what.
That's super weird, though. I mean, does she just want money?
Don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know.
We
Skipping
can't
Jamar
speculate.
Chase.
We can't
Yeah,
speculate
you
on that.
can't. You can't. Who
Yeah.
cares?
But it could
It's
be a
not
thing.
big- yeah, it could be a thing.
If Jefferson's not left in your draft and Chase is playing in the NFL, take
You're
him.
taking him.
That's how
I'll-
that goes.
You know, I lucky.
Yeah, I think that's what you do.
You know, though, the next person on that list, if he comes back healthy,
No shot, my guy.
Cooper Kupp?
He doesn't belong in the top 10.
What?
What?
Nope.
That's about enough out of you.
That's
No.
a
Cooper
a-
Kupp is
that's
number
a
3 on
bold
this list.
statement, Cotton.
Let me
Let's
break
see
it.
how
Let me break it
trends.
down. Let me break it down. Cooper Kupp is number 3 on this list, right? I love Baker, but you're not going to
Baker's
have
not going to be there.
Okay. Matthew Stafford is basically dead on the field, and then if it's not him, it's Baker, and then if it's not Baker, it's like Marcus Mariota. Cooper Kupp is 45 years old, has no legs.
He's 29. He's the same age as Calvin Ridley, basically.
But has Calvin Ridley blown every ACL body part in his whole
What
ever?
injury do you think he had this year?
I don't know.
It was a high ankle sprain.
Yeah, who Cooper Kupp?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has no legs. It's okay. Cooper Kupp is
Maybe we should review Cooper Kupp's game log.
14th.
Yeah, his game log is pretty sick.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm not a Cooper Kupp fan.
I
At the
will
same
not-
time,
This was going to be my
for-
point.
for
is he's gonna
PPR
come
for
into the
PPR,
season
he-
so underrated.
Yeah.
So underrated.
He gets so many catches though, but I mean,
Like
that
his
was a
worst
product
games
of-
are like 8 for 90 yards.
You
Yeah,
can't catch the
yeah.
ball if you don't have legs, bro. I'm telling you. There's no
You
way.
need hands, not legs.
Yeah,
I get
And his hands are beautiful.
hobbling down the thing. Okay.
I
you
don't
said
take
no,
Cooper
you said-
Kupp round 2.
You said no skipping ahead, right?
No, not yet. Not
Okay.
yet. So I don't like Kupp.
Okay, so we're out on.
Does
Kupp.
anyone here
He
take
played
him
9
third?
games. He played 9 games and was tied for 27th in the league in receptions with 75. He had 75 receptions and
fifth.
like
Does anyone here take Cooper Kupp third realistically on
I
the
have
wide
him
receiver
fifth.
list?
I have him 5th in my rankings.
Mm,
In my personal-
Okay.
well, we're
Okay.
not allowed to skip ahead and say who we take over him. So
yeah.
Right,
yeah.
right. But do you take him third if Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase are gone?
I would 100% take him 4th.
Yeah, 4, 5.
Okay.
I have
Okay.
him 5th. I have him 5th, so I'm right there.
Yeah, there's a couple people I would take above him, but wide receiver wise only though.
See, and that is
There's-
pushing it Lecky because Kupp was, I would say, first a couple of years ago, even for me. And I'm not saying I hate Cooper Kupp. That is not at all what this is about.
Yeah,
Cooper Kupp is its time is done. I think. I don't see Cooper Kupp coming out and being the dude next
Well,
year.
you're also like
5
Putting-
of those games were 100-yard games. 2 of them were 80-yard games. Like
here's a question though, Blaze, were those games with Matthew Stafford? Because that could be a
I don't know when
huge
Stafford was out, but
that
I
could
don't
be a
think it-
huge hindrance on Cooper Kupp. Like if they like Roy said, like if they get like a Marcus Mariota, he's not gonna be, top 5 in receiving, even if he plays all year.
Never know.
With Mariota, come on.
You don't know.
Zach
Baker.
Wilson to Cooper Kupp. He's wide open. Like, come on, get out of here. All right. Next on the list, Tyreek Hill.
So wait. I just
Oh,
want to
sorry.
touch on the Stafford thing. So yes, he was playing, but all of his passing yards were going to Cooper Kupp. He
Yes.
wasn't passing to anyone else almost. So
Yeah.
I mean, Stafford had that dead arm injury. Like it wasn't like we're talking about even 2021 Stafford. We're
Mhm.
talking Stafford with the same type of injury that Brock Purdy has, although less violent. So
I mean, I could see if he's the only option and they're throwing you the ball a ton of times.
Heisman.
Sure, maybe. But I don't know. I don't like it. Not sold. Not sold.
Heisman Mariota. This
Dude,
guy.
Heisman Mariota. Tyreek Hill,
Wow.
number 4. I think he belongs right there. I probably take him at 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good
Yeah.
spot for him.
that's
Oh,
the guy.
so-
That was the
flip
guy that
those
I would
two
take
for
over.
sure.
He's also got Jalen there to take passes away from him. So
Yeah, I mean that's
you
true.
can't- You can if you didn't have that secondary,
It didn't impact it this year.
I'm sure. No, it did a little. It did a little. He would have got a couple more targets without him there.
I was about to
I
say
think if anything, having
how
Tyreek
much did he
Hill,
get?
I think having Tyreek Hill hurt Waddle more than Waddle hurt Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. No, agreed.
Oh, 100%. But the thing about it though is like
he had 300 more yards than his best season.
Phoenix does make a good point though. You could lose a week here or there because Waddle goes off and Hill
Yeah.
doesn't. I mean, it is
Right.
possible.
But that's like the JJ. Where
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it's
Exactly.
it's marginal though, because I mean they both got a ton of targets, and you would say that Waddle probably got the targets of a second and third receiver combined on most teams. I mean, so is it really taking that much from Hill?
Right.
Yeah.
Wasn't
and-
like what Devonta Adams when he had the 26 targets one game or whatever it was.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like we cannot add Kelsey in as a wide receiver because then there would be no one to claim the only spot in tight end. So can't do that. Next on our list, we all think Tyreek Hill's right there, 3, 4, somewhere that makes sense. They have CeeDee Lamb at 5.
Yes, all the way, all day.
This is where it starts to get money for me, but I would take him over anyone else there.
With Jefferson, I would actually draft Lamb over Jefferson because I hate Jefferson that much.
Okay, so we're trying to give advice to make people win. Is what we're trying to do.
Take Jefferson over Lamb, but don't do what I do.
Oh my God.
I have a vendetta against Jefferson.
Blaze, what were you saying about CeeDee Lamb?
Oh, I wouldn't I take him over the other people there, but this is where it starts to get muddy and like everyone kind of blends into the same tier.
5 to 10 are kind of a mosh.
Which is crazy because like then you have sorry, not skipping ahead. My bad.
No, so what I'll do to make it easy on all of us, since I agree, I think the next 5 are pretty similar, but I want to do a little game. I'm going to name the next 5 instead of, because I mean we're not going to go down every single pick. That's ridiculous. We're going to name the next 5. If you
we're
don't
not going
think
to do 170 wide receivers,
no.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna go to the next 5. If you don't think any of them even belong in that top 10, I think it's fair. Or if you think one of them is just way, way better, let's do it that way. So you have Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs, AJ Brown, Amon-Ra, Garrett Wilson. I'm gonna go first. I think I would go. This is the point in the draft, so this is probably round 2, maybe. I would take a flyer on Garrett Wilson, I think, over anybody. Just because of the pure targets he's gonna have.
You think so?
I mean, his receiving yards already this year were insane. And no one noticed. Like if you're going PPR, yes. If it's like obviously not a PPR league, you're gonna take someone like Devontae or AJ Brown. But I think Garrett Wilson has the potential to blow up and be like a top 3 receiver.
If he gets the Rodgers or somebody, yeah, he could open that up.
That's I think he's one of the more athletic ones in there.
See, I would go with Amon-Ra because of the pure targets, and if Jameson opens the field up, and if Amon-Ra is healthy for 17 games, look what he did last year, and he missed a lot of games and was hurt. They're target happy with him.
Yeah, that's a great point. Jameson's going to run people deep down the field. Like he's going to run off someone.
And Amon-Ra is great for those mid-range passes. He's great at catching the ball in space and getting those extra like 5, 7, 10 yards. It's just that's what they do that all day long with him, and he ends up with like 9 catches, 96 yards, and a touchdown. And you're going, okay, well, I can take that.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Like,
I love Amon-Ra.
I think it really depends, right? Because if Garrett Wilson gets stuck with someone that's not so Rodgers,
Well, this is assuming Rodgers is going there.
Yeah.
I just have that in my mind. That
Sure.
he's going there.
Or a stud quarterback of some sort is going there.
Yeah, but like, if he's stuck with what he had last year, I don't even know. What are the Jets going to do if they get told no by Rodgers? There's not many options left. That are going to put them in contention. That's going to use someone like Garrett Wilson.
But we've seen it time and time again. If it is that backup, that like Mike White style or Wentz or someone like that, they're going to find a receiver that they New and they're going to target him 1,000,000 times. That's what happens.
Has anybody ever mentioned the possibility of Jameis in New York?
I haven't heard it. Yeah, I haven't heard it.
I'm just
honestly
saying, if that was the worst case scenario, is that an upgrade?
Yes,
Yeah, I'd say so.
100%.
Yeah, sorry.
I think that puts them in the playoffs.
hmm
So
You
Olave,
thought Olave? I like Olave.
I like Olave
but-
too, but he's not better than Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, I wouldn't say so either.
Garrett Wilson was the one that definitely broke out. So Olave and Garrett Wilson both came from Ohio State in the same draft class, and Olave was supposedly the better one. That's what
No.
was coming out.
Olave was the more NFL ready in terms of his route running.
Correct. Yes, they thought he had a higher ceiling and was going to be better.
Better,
but Garrett Wilson,
better floor, but Garrett Wilson had the higher ceiling and like star potential.
oh, was it? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Well, I think
was
Wilson's flat out
I was
better.
arguing Olave all year long
Yeah.
that I had him over Wilson, but I mean the last few games of the season I switched. I had to put Wilson over Olave,
Mhm.
and I mean
Olave got
I'm a
hurt.
big Olave
They had
fan,
a
but,
rookie wall there.
but Wilson is
I think Garrett Wilson is
I
the
think
real
Wilson's gonna
deal.
be Wilson's going to be the real,
Yeah, me
definitely
too.
the real deal.
Long Island Momita Metcalf over Wilson with Geno. Let's have a discussion. Let's quick sidebar about Geno Smith getting that contract. Just really quick.
Um,
I think it's fine.
25 million a year.
I think it's
not gonna be
75 for
quick.
3. 75 for 3 years. You think
The
he's
perfect deal for Seattle.
Yeah.
yeah, it's not huge numbers. He did well last season. I think
He
it's
did
fine.
well. Do you think he's going to
Yeah.
repeat?
Maybe.
I don't think he's going to regret as long as they keep a team around him, and they have a stud running back now.
Yeah, they really do.
I mean, if he stays healthy, I mean, geez.
dude, what the hell?
Auto correct.
Metcalf's low on the rankings. He's 14th.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
He is.
You know, okay, so we're done with the top 10. What do you
Wait,
guys think about
didn't
that?
get the Phoenix. I didn't get to go.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
I didn't.
I went. I
but
said
I
I'm
thought
wrong.
we were. I thought we were going
I
past.
said
it.
I'm
The only thing I'd say is AJ Brown. I'd probably bump out. I know that'll be a little controversial.
I agree with you.
Out. I'd bump him out too.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you too.
Wow.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I agree with you too.
Good
I mean, and I think it's not that AJ Brown isn't athletic by any means because he
No,
is,
he's
but
huge. He's a beast.
Devontae
No,
Smith
he-
is also nutty, and we saw like his especially the
Right.
Super Bowl.
I
Like
think you're seeing him take over.
I think Devontae Smith is better. Yeah, me
Yeah,
But
for
Hurts
sure.
also does run the ball a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
too. Devontae Smith runs clean routes. He gets open. He has more like he has everything but the jump ball.
It's not
Basically
the right
everything
It's not the right
else.
offense. It's not the right offense to put up huge numbers in though.
No,
Week-
AJ Brown
on a
out and
week-
go.
on a week-to-week basis.
Absolutely Wilson over AJ Brown in fantasy. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'd say even over Stephon Diggs maybe if he gets Rodgers.
No, I put Garrett
Lucky,
Wilson.
remember that this is with Aaron Rodgers presumably
This-
being in New
This
York.
math ain't mathing. I love
Yeah,
it.
I think we're playing like wishful
We're-
thinking fantasy rankings.
We're projecting some things here.
Remember, yeah, we're projecting some things. Remember, it is a full point PPR, 12-team league.
You know,
I mean-
you want me to say something crazy? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm
Oh
ready.
boy.
If Aaron Rodgers goes to New York, I'm going to call it right now. Everyone, you can remember this, okay? Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Garrett Wilson. Those will be your three. Remember this.
Who's the other wide receiver in New York?
Clip it.
Elijah Moore.
Who's also good. I like
He's
him
good.
too.
He's
I like
fine.
him
He
too.
complains a lot though.
We'll see what happens with Brees Hall, the guy coming back from ACL.
Yeah, Brees Hall.
Dude is a beast.
I mean,
Brees
he's
Hall-
amazing, but he's ruined goods now, so we'll see.
It's only his first.
He'll be fine.
I know. Like Rodgers being Rodgers, he'll find someone though, and he'll. I mean, look at what he did with Christian Watson. I mean, Christian Watson. I love Christian Watson. I feel bad for Christian Watson actually because if Rodgers leaves, that's like bye career. You might as well trade yourself, like get traded.
Well, we'll see what happens with Love.
And
Yeah, that's true. Jordan Love could come out. I don't know.
if you even with Rodgers, the New York Jets are not getting past Joe Burrow.
I disagree with you there. I don't want to get too sidetracked. If they can't hang on to, well, first of all, they're cutting Mixon, and then they're gonna maybe have one more year with both Chase and T. Higgins, who's next on the
Oh,
list.
that's a great
Yeah.
That's a
segue. to
segue.
who's next on the
Great
list.
segue. So I think what we do, how does everyone like go 5 and say the best one out of the 5?
Yeah, let's do that. I
We
like that.
Well, in
Yeah, I
that way
like
we
that.
can get through them a little quicker. All right, let's go next 5. T. Higgins, Jalen Waddle, Devonta Smith, DK Metcalf, Debo.
Damn, that's hard.
That's probably the toughest section
That's
in
hard.
this whole list.
Because you
I-
look at their stats; they're all pretty much equal.
I go Devonta Smith.
Of course, Alabama.
Jalen Waddle went to Alabama too.
Well, that's true.
Devonta Smith showed that he is the guy that's going to be looked for, I think, more than anybody. Debo has huge competition now.
Debo had a very
He has
disappointing
He has a
season.
question at quarterback
Yeah.
too of how he's going to get the ball.
I think I'm going to go with DK just because he's got that target security. The dude is an absolute horse.
He is. He is a freak athlete. That's a fact.
Yeah.
And,
he
Lockett's
trucks
still
people.
there, but I don't. Gino
Lockett's
and-
tiny or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
he like
Gino and
Gino like
Metcalf
can't see
have that
him.
connection. And
Shit.
yeah,
This
but
is
Debo
tough.
though, I really want to move him down. Like
I do too.
significantly.
I think Debo goes way down.
Yeah.
Also, the only other one I could see even being in there would be T. Higgins, but I mean, you can't think of drafting him and Chase. I mean, with Chase around,
Like
that's
these
absurd.
rankings have them at 11.
Yeah, I'm having
which
trouble
seems
right here with
extremely high.
T. Higgins versus Waddle, but I think it's pretty much a wash. I go with Waddle just because of he has more of a chance for the bigger game. I think because T. Higgins is more of that. I look at him as more of a ball control kind of receiver.
See, all those guys are like the wide receiver 2 on their team, whereas
Yeah.
DK's is the
DK's a
number 1.
1.
Yeah, no, well, you took him, so I couldn't say him because he was the one I was going to say. You told him, guys.
No, I'm
You can
gonna
agree
hop
with
on.
me.
I'm gonna hop on
No, I
Blaze's
do- I
bandwagon
absolutely do
there.
agree
I
with
think,
DK.
yeah, DK. I think DK
I mean,
has to
I
win
do
that
agree
one
with that
too.
because he is a one.
The only other one I do agree, Roy, that Devonta is better than AJ Brown. So we'll see how that develops, and we'll see like what his connection looks like with
he's the
Hurts
same
over
as
the
AJ, but
years.
different.
Huh?
I think they complement each other well because they're two different types of receivers.
Yes,
And-
100%. No,
But
I think they could put up the same stats. And
I think Devontae's the better fantasy choice, though. He's going to have more dink and dunk catches over the course of the year, I think, than AJ Brown will.
Yeah,
AJ Brown's going to.
both of them proved they could throw up those big games still.
Yeah, that's true.
God, the next 5 are
You said Debo
just-
is 1, like overall, or just out of those 5?
Yeah, but Debo's got questions at quarterback though.
And he has
throwing
Christian
who's
McCaffrey
throwing
there
the ball?
now.
Is he going to
Yeah.
run? Is he going to? How much is he going to run? How much is he really going to be utilized as a true
Yeah,
weapon?
Debo's not going to get shifted into the backfield and have those big games and have those weird catches out of the backfield like he used to without McCaffrey. Like he's not going to see that.
I don't want to
I wonder.
And if
like
Lance-
it's not a
if
lot. He
Lance
had
is at QB, he's not
232
gonna get targets
rushing yards.
as a receiver.
No.
I wonder what's going to happen with Debo's hoodwinked.
Yes,
I
I'm
want it
assuming
just
he's-
Sorry.
because of that icon.
I want it too, only because of the glasses, bro.
The
Yeah,
the
the
shield.
Yeah,
It
the
is
shield.
definitely the best icon in the whole collection.
Yeah.
I still
No,
think
it
that one
totally
and
is.
the what's the other one I always go with has that shield look too. Ravens moment.
Oh, the Bateman.
Bateman.
Oh yeah, the Rashad Bateman one. That one's sick.
Oh my God. I got into it today with someone about that Rashad Bateman. That Rashad Bateman triple badge, for what it is a horrible moment. You want to know why?
Mm.
Because it doesn't feature Lamar. It
Nah.
has Tyler Huntley in my triple badge, like for Rashad Bateman. Give me a break. Get that out of there. I'll
See
never
if
buy that.
I don't
Bateman's a
think that
bum anyways.
I don't think that matters. Like if Brady goes to San Francisco, that doesn't change the dynamic. You have Brandon Ayuk at 1. You have, I mean, Debo is wide receiver 1, sure, but you have Brandon Ayuk as the true number 1, like receiver style player, and then you have McCaffrey taking half of Debo's yards.
Yeah.
And Kittle
Like,
there with a
Kittle's
healthier
in there.
line,
And Kittle,
theoretically,
yeah.
where he's not stuck blocking the whole time.
I actually, to be honest, I think if they got a better quarterback, Debo goes down more. If they
Could
got a
be.
true
They don't have
pocket
to be
passing
as
QB,
gimmicky.
Potentially. Yeah. It's not going to just be like dumping it off over the middle
doing weird
every couple
reverses
plays.
and like all kind of nonsense. I don't see that.
Yeah, Brady'd be like, "Get away from me! Get away from me! I'm just gonna tuck it."
Next 5. God, this one surprises me. I hate it so much. Chris Godwin, Chris Olave, Keenan Allen, Amari Cooper, Drake London.
Easy for me.
I want to comment on who's not in that list.
We're not there yet.
No, I know, but I could name 5 people that should be there instead of those 5 you just named.
I would take Keenan Allen. But that's just me.
I'm going Godwin.
You love Godwin, dude.
He really does.
I'm going Olave with Carr because I think his stats are going to go up.
Michael Thomas is going to be back.
Michael Thomas is hated in New Orleans.
You think he's going to be back?
I thought he was going to be traded, but it's looking less and less.
You're not going to hear a Chiefs wide receiver in this decade, bro. It's not going to happen.
Maybe if Hopkins gets traded there.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
Dude, it'd be nuts. But no, I'm a Chiefs fan. Everyone knows that. And I'm not like no Chiefs wide receiver is a 2 on other teams. They are bad. Really bad.
They're a bunch of 3s, 4s, and 5s.
Yeah.
They just have Mahomes. That's it. Yeah, Michael Thomas has no legs.
They have
can you tell me why? Oh, never mind.
So mine
skipping ahead.
All right, so what are you going? Phoenix, you said Olave?
Yeah, I like Olave with a bump up in that list. And then also I like London if they get a quarterback. I don't like him with Ritter.
So I was thinking the same. I was gonna take London here. But that is hugely contingent on who's at quarterback. And I don't like the odds there. So I think I also take Olave. I like Olave coming out I don't think Carr is great by any means, but I definitely think he's better than them playing ring around the rosy at quarterback.
I could see 200 or 300 more yards and a couple touchdowns.
Yeah, I think he's better.
Yeah.
Tony will become the next Hill. No, Lord. Okay, so next 5.
Settle down, donkey.
Settle down, brother. Michael Pittman Jr., DeAndre Hopkins, DJ Moore, Mike Williams, Christian Watson. Now, for me, just right off the bat, since we've already went over them, I could see those 5 moving up as the in front of the other 5.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't you think that list is better than that list we just said?
I would say so too. Yeah.
I like this. I would honestly love that receiving core on my team rather than the previous 5.
Yeah, I am not a big fan of. 3 or 4 of those people being that low.
Pittman and Hopkins are 2 of my favorite receivers to have on my
Pittman
fantasy.
should definitely be higher, and they're pretty much a lock to get a quarterback there. So
yeah, Pittman
he would be my number 1 if he was in this group.
Me too.
Yeah.
I don't think it's arguable there. I think Pittman's, and they're gonna get. I think they're the ones getting Shroud.
You think so?
Yeah, and he's going to look for, just like we talked about, that one big target that's young, that's athletic, that wants to go to the gym with him every time and be his homie. And look at Monkey. What's up?
See, I'm telling you, people didn't get it.
It's not,
I know.
I can't help it. I can't help it.
What up, my man?
Indy's quarterback is going to be CJ Stroud, I would guess. And it gives me the Mahomes, if you ever look at it gives me the Holmes Kelsey vibe. Not only are they always throwing each other the ball, they're always, with any team though, you have that one guy that's your best friend on the team and you have perfect chemistry with him. I could see it being someone like CJ Stroud and Pittman. And that would be so fun to watch. They're not going to,
and I know it doesn't matter. It's completely irrelevant, but is Taylor staying? They're not trading him, right?
No, he's staying.
No, he'll be there.
He's staying.
He's on a rookie contract.
If he's healthy,
yeah,
Indy can actually.
That makes Pittman better if he's healthy.
Yeah, for sure.
A ton.
I don't know. The Colts could be interesting if they had a single quarterback. I don't know, like one that was not a statue.
If they had a steady quarterback, even if it was a rookie, but somebody who just didn't tank.
Yeah.
they actually do have some talent on that offense.
Yeah, that's I know. And don't they have? Well, supposedly they have the best offensive line right now too. So, I mean, get that. I mean, for a rookie coming into the league, that's probably what you would like the situation you would want to throw him into, right? I mean,
Yeah, I'm not gonna get hit and I have targets.
Yeah,
And-
like he's gonna be protected, and you're gonna be able to dump it off to, as everyone knows, the workhorse
If
of the
it's
league.
Shroud, he could
Like-
throw the rock. He could just throw it. He could
Yeah.
he could sling it.
CJ's a gunslinger. That's what he is.
He
He's
can
stand
sling it.
back in the pocket, let go
Yep.
of the ball.
He's
His
not gonna-
release
he's not-
time
he's
is
not going to run. He's going to
instant.
stand there and he's going to deliver the ball.
For sure.
And
So,
yeah.
Lecky, I love talking about Kelsey. He's my dude. But before we get too off track, I would just say Kelsey is. I don't know. He's a great route runner. Yes, we all. I mean, us four that you're watching right now had a group text going during the Super Bowl. You could just see Mahomes and Kelsey. They just know each other so well. He turns around, he flips his hips. Mahomes knows exactly where to hit him with the ball. It's not even his route running. It's just the chemistry is absurd.
Mhm.
And you're going to get that with people over the years. I mean, I think Trevor could find it with either Christian Kirk or Calvin Ridley this year. You're going to have that one receiver to one guy. I mean, two is already finding it with Devonta Smith. It's that feel. And I think a few people had it. I mean,
What
Rodgers had it with Adams.
did you say? Tua and Devonta Smith hurt.
Oh,
you meant
sorry. I
Jalen?
meant Jalen. Jalen. My bad. The other Alabama
Sorry,
guy.
you threw me off for a second.
Yeah, no. Jalen and Devonta Smith.
Okay.
You saw Aaron Rodgers had it with Devontae Adams. It's that
Yeah.
feel. Yeah, Brady Moss. Exactly. Like that feel is what
Oh, that's
Kelsey.
A good one.
Yeah, that's a great one. And
Yeah.
Fields was
I'm
I
going
mean, I'd
here.
go.
Fields
like,
was a runner at OSU too.
go Brady Gronk, but
So let's go down the next five. I think we should stop after a couple more rounds and just everyone has the list up. The best idea, I think, at that point is to go down and just find a couple people that are way too low after that. But let's go with the next five. We have Terry McLaurin, Jerry Jeudy, Mike Evans, Hollywood, and Deontay Johnson. You know me. I'm going Jeudy.
I thought you were gonna go Hollywood Brown.
Dude, no. Okay, so Hollywood Brown
What
pissed me
happened?
off last year.
I
This is-
see
this is-
that.
This is a really
God.
interesting group, though, because if you look at these five, you've got who's throwing the ball to Terry McLaurin, who's throwing the ball to Evans, who's throwing the ball to Brown, and is Deontay really going to be the number one?
No.
I mean, and then
That got stolen.
so Jeudy, I mean,
Well, I guess Pickett, like Kenny Pickett is
I like
starting next year, right?
McLaurin
Yep.
just out of that group. If they have a solid quarterback throwing the ball, I think McLaurin is that solid. I'm gonna be consistent.
Yeah, I'll give you
every
that. Yeah. I'll
Yeah,
give you
I would
that.
agree with that
But
too.
but if it's gonna be like Howell throwing the ball, are they gonna have that rapport?
I like
But-
the gleam that I got from Jerry Jeudy last year. Just that near the end of the season, seemed
Judy's
like maybe
nasty.
he was starting to put it together.
And Russ got a coach. I mean,
I would
dude,
love to
I could
see the
I could see
Broncos
Judy
just
go
smoke
nuts.
people next
I
year.
think Judy can actually. I mean, this is gonna sound absolutely insane, but I think Judy can actually get 1,400 yards and 10 touchdowns next year.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
I mean,
Who else does he have right now?
Sutton.
Cortland Sutton.
Sutton. That's it.
Yeah. And who's also pretty good. But I
And Javonte Williams back.
they're not from midfield.
No,
Yeah.
apparently. So I saw an article come out on that where they're saying that someone on the inside, I don't know how it happened, but they're saying that Javonte Williams is hurt a lot more than they're letting on, and he may not play at the beginning of the season, throughout the season, or at all next year. But it's rumor. Who knows?
That's
But
weird.
apparently his injury is a lot more damaging than
sucks.
they think.
He was so good. Whatever.
But it could all be whatever,
Evans-
and he could start first game, so who knows?
Lecky, I love Evans. And if Kyle Trask can come in and maybe throw the ball, who knows? But like, I would think that Evans would be above Godwin personally, just because he's the number one, right? Like Godwin's not the number one on that team. There's no way. I was watching. So, side note, I was watching that all day play for Godwin, the Lego,
Yeah,
and
you were thinking about buying it.
yeah.
There's one sitting there at there's one sitting there at 750.
I
Keep
know.
lowering it.
I know. I keep no. There's other more important things on there right now that are way too low. But I was watching it, and Chris Godwin gets pushed around. So like he was catching ball in that. So just take that moment for one instance. He had 14 catches or something like that for 140 yards. I don't know what it was. It was a record for the Bucks. But every time he caught the ball, he got like shoved to the ground. Like he's a frail little dude where like Evans will manhandle you if you try and guard him. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just see
Evans
is
doesn't
better.
run the same routes.
No,
Godwin's
he doesn't.
running up the middle against
Yeah.
linebackers.
Evans
No,
is
you're
gonna
right.
miss-
You're right.
Evans is going to miss Brady though.
Yeah, I think so too. I just would take Evans over. I mean, obviously I did. I have that Evans Lego for a reason. Like, I love him. But Godwin's just, I don't know.
Godwin's going to
something-
fit a lot better with whatever quarterback's there.
Yeah.
So you think
Agreed.
that it was like a Brady Evans thing?
Well, not so much that. Like Evans was good before Brady was there, but
Mm-hmm.
Godwin's like able to take screens and those short passes, whereas Evans is more that long route guy, right?
Evans
He's
needs a
prototypical
quarterback
just-
that can do more. Is what Evans needs, where Godwin doesn't.
Right.
I mean, Evans, what he have he's 1,000 yards every year in his career, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it's not like Evans wasn't doing things before Brady was there. It's
Yeah.
just
But
Godwin fits.
I mean, Evans and Brady, if you look at them, they're hanging out together all the time at UFC events and just they're best friends. So I think Evans is going to miss him.
Yeah. I don't know. Who else is in that one? Jerry Judy,
Um,
yeah. All right.
I think Judy's got the most blow up potential in that one. I think.
I think the next one, like George Pickens, that's like mad disrespect for George Pickens.
Yeah, so it's Brandon Ayuk, Tyler Lockett, Christian Kirk, Treylon Burks, George Pickens. There is no way Pickens isn't the first in there.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, with Ridley back, I would say Kirk, but with Ridley back, that's going to be a lot. Now you got a 1A and 1B there.
yeah. So if all
Do
right,
you
so I
think
think
that
we're gonna
Kirk-
Why,
go
do you
ahead.
think that Kirk-
why is Burke in there?
Burks. I don't know because
'Cause he's
Tennessee
the
doesn't have
only wide
another
receiver.
receiver.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My actual personal rankings, I have him at 48, and that
I
he's
mean-
at 34 in this.
Yeah, but like Blaze said, he's the only receiver on Tennessee. Like they have to throw it at somebody.
Well,
Like-
if it's Willis, if it's okay, they put Malik Willis at quarterback.
There's no way Malik Willis plays
He's,
quarterback there.
I figure he gets about 888 yards in a 17-game season.
Passing, he's going to come right around the 340 mark.
Yeah, no, but I would say total yards.
Yeah, me too. It's terrible. So I think 35 is a good number. I think that's, I mean, below that, it gets a little weird. Let's go down and pick two each to wrap this episode up. All right, so let's pick two each that we think could be potentially top 30, 25-ish. I'm not going to say any of these guys are going to blow up and be top 10 or be like the best on your team by any means, but just someone that could be a late pickup that would boost you up maybe late season or just, win you a couple games. So Phoenix, why don't you go first?
Looking down this list,
That we haven't talked about?
well, I'll save the I'll save you, Roy, your guy, so you can talk about him.
I'm not taking Jameson if that's who you think.
Okay, well, I was going to say Jameson's an interesting one.
He's
to see what-
Almond Ra's. You can't do it with Almond Ra there.
No, but to see what he does in that offense. But I mean, I would say a healthy Bateman in Baltimore. I'd like to see what he does. I think he can be. I definitely think he can blow up because he is that number one in Baltimore.
With or without?
Yeah, I mean, if he's healthy, I mean, I had him as a breakout this year if he stayed healthy.
Me too.
I mean, I had him for 1,250 and 8 touchdowns. Like this past season if he was healthy. So I mean, I could see him do that, and that puts him right up there in that top 25. And the other, I mean, there's a lot of guys who are borderline in here, though. I mean, I don't know why, but is Claypool going to actually?
Dude, why are you saying both of mine? Bateman, Claypool.
Is Claypool gonna? What's Claypool gonna
Come
do
on.
in Chicago? I mean, Claypool.
Rude.
I don't know. I love him because he's a Notre Dame boy, and I think he's got all the potential in the world. I mean, if somebody will throw on the ball, I think he can do a lot.
Unbelievable. Now I got to think of two more.
Sorry,
Jesus.
I'll shut up now.
All right, fair. Sting, go ahead.
Oh, I just lost my thing. Kadarius Toney.
Okay, there's your KC wide receiver, Lecky.
Yep, Kadarius Toney.
Because it ain't gonna be
And,
Sky Moore.
No.
You guys
No,
are
it's not.
sleeping.
What?
You're
Really?
sleeping on Sky Moore?
No,
Oh, okay.
someone else there. Someone else there.
So I'm gonna go I love Kadarius Toney, and then I'm gonna go Rashid Shaheed.
That's an
Nice.
interesting one too.
That is a good one. Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah, I like that one.
All right, let's hear Blaze yell about Michael
Monkey,
Thomas.
did you say that before or after I said that? Did
Justin?
you just kill me? No, totally Rashid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin
Carr.
Watson on KC.
What?
Oh, okay, that's fine.
And the other one is, I think we kind of got a taste of him when Mike Williams went down. Josh Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, Josh Palmer was
Been
good.
waiting for
I
that
do
one
like
for a
him.
long time.
Yeah. I like Josh Palmer. And I do think Justin Watson has the highest ceiling on that team for sure.
He looked really good in the playoffs there the last
Yeah,
couple games.
yeah, he did.
So he made some nice clutch catches. Maybe that got a little bit of trust with Mahomes. They spend a bit more time together in the offseason. See what
Mhm.
happens.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Ew.
Just took my other one. Just like that.
Sorry.
I was gonna take OBJ there.
I'm gonna take a third one, and I'm gonna say I really hope that Sterling Shepard comes back after they just signed dude to
He
3
lost one leg.
years.
He broke my
Did I piss him off?
microphone.
What happened,
So,
bro?
so angry he broke my
Um,
microphone.
No, if I don't know, the Giants need help, dude. Like I don't know what they're gonna do. Like you pay Danny Dimes all that money, he has no one to throw to. So Sterling Shepard better come out like hot.
Can I still be heard at least?
Yes,
No.
we can hear you.
We've already said all your guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
not. Such a bummer, dude. All
There
right,
you
so
The Giants are going to sign Robert Woods.
I'm gonna go with now I gotta actually like look around and think if I were to pick. I'm taking Calvin Ridley as one. I think he's gonna come out and be the number one there, and Trevor's just gotten so much better. I think that he's gonna be a huge target. I think he'll be that route runner that gets a lot of receptions, and Kirk sort of fades out on that offense. Maybe not, but
I
we'll
don't know.
see.
Ingram was fire last year. I love him. He's so big.
He is, but I mean, he's a tight end. Like
I know. I know.
Like, I mean-
as far as stealing though, from
for
Those
sure. Evan
little
Ingram
guys?
is nuts. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, he's definitely. I would put him up there, and then let's see. Oof. Am I going this deep? Am I way down here? My God. Man, I got all tricked.
who does Mahomes call Forrest Gump? What the hell?
I'm
What about
actually.
John Mechie.
What?
You can't go John Mechie. I don't think he's going to be back. He is still has like cancer
It
stuff.
was it? Oh, damn.
Leukemia, I think, something like that. I think Gabe Davis. I'll take Gabe Davis there.
Especially if Diggs
yeah.
gets shipped out.
Yeah, if Diggs
Yeah,
gets
for
shipped
sure.
or just Diggs starts acting a fool midseason randomly, and Davis, has to step up and be that true wide receiver one. I could see him definitely getting in there. And then I would watch Odell Beckham Jr. I think it matters if he goes somewhere with a good quarterback, and I don't think he won't. I don't think he's just going to go to like a random team with a bad quarterback. I could see him getting a lot of looks too. So, Lions wide receiver is Jameson Williams. That's the one I was going to take. He's obviously the one I want to be incredible, but I don't think you can fantasy wise. I mean, I'll love watching him, but I don't think you can with Amon-Ra there. He might get some deep ball touchdowns, but it's going to be so spotty, I think, that you can't really take him in fantasy.
Yeah.
He's not the slant type route runner. He's like long ball or deep post, and that's about all he has, but he can just flat out run you.
Like 40 catches and like 800 yards, like almost 20 a catch kind of thing.
It'll be something silly like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Is Juju trash wherever he goes? Yes. Except for apparently in the second half of the Super Bowl. He just goes insane, and he gets like 8 catches in a row.
And he gets a couple moments out of it for no reason.
The dude's got hands, okay?
He does. He has good hands, but he runs a route like a penguin.
What? What?
Absolutely ridiculous, dude.
Dude, what is going on? Who do you think because I think it's gonna happen, but who do you think Henry's gonna go to?
I don't see Henry being very effective like anywhere else. That offense is just so built around him. If they do anything else that I think he's done after Tennessee. Like maybe not
Think so?
actually done, but his stats that he used to put up are done after Tennessee.
You don't think they're just gonna like use him as like an end zone back and punch him in?
He might not
sure.
have the excessive yardage, but his yards per carry might even increase depending on the team that he's on.
That's more what I mean. He's not going to put up that like old school
1,600
crazy
grind them
numbers.
out.
Yeah,
Right.
that's not going to
But
happen
maybe he gets
anymore.
some
I
more
don't think.
receiving yards.
The Rams would be
talking-
sick for Derrick Henry. Actually, that's a good one.
The Eagles.
Well,
would be the
someone
perfect
was
spot for him.
floating. No, yeah, someone.
The
Someone was floating the
If
Eagles.
he was on the Eagles, I would make them the Super Bowl.
They just
Yeah.
have. If Derrick Henry went to the Eagles, it would just be all Alabama players on the whole field, and they would just crush
think
everyone.
about that offensive line with Henry, a threat at quarterback to run, and two stud receivers and a good tight end.
They also said, I mean, it'll never happen, but they were also saying Dallas.
I think they just franchise tag Pollard, didn't they?
Yeah, they franchise tag Pollard. They're thinking that they're gonna finally get rid of Zeke, and then
Is Zeke done? You think?
oh yeah,
He's been done.
Yeah,
Zeke is a goner.
I can see that.
So, anyways, that's what they were kind of hinting at is that maybe, I mean, Jerry loves his like big beefy running backs. You know what I mean? Like he's not in his prime, obviously, so they could probably get him for pretty cheap. But they do have a huge contract with Zeke still, because I thought there's reports that they're gonna get rid of him. Oh,
I
Buffalo?
think he's
That'd be
cuttable
crazy.
soon.
Yeah,
We'll pull it up and check.
yeah. I don't think that they're like tied to him indefinitely, like for the next 2 years or anything like that. Buffalo would be cool. They were talking because, oh God, what's his name?
Cooks.
I want to say Isaiah McKenzie, but what's the dude's running back for Buffalo?
Devin Singletary.
Devin Singletary. They were talking about shipping him out.
Well, they have Cooks.
They have who?
So Zeke is under contract until 2026.
Your best running back.
He's cuttable after this year.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yep, I see it. Okay, yep. They can.
Just
It's a weird one. There's like a lot of restructure years in there. There's a lot of option
Yeah.
years. There's a lot of It's not like a dead set contract. Yep.
KJ Osborne. I was actually going to say KJ Osborne.
KJ Osborne could be fine if Justin Jefferson wasn't on his team.
Well,
Yeah,
I was going to say
right.
Justin Jefferson. I mean, obviously he's going to fade at the beginning of the season, and they're going to not throw him anymore. And Osborne's going to be the number one. There you go. Crazy predictions.
Do you think that Devontae Adams is just like so furious that he went to the Raiders and Carr left him? Do you think he's just like so pissed? Like, I'm never talking to you again, bro.
Yeah.
But was it Carr's decision?
No, yeah, I guess you could swing that. Like, it wasn't his fault.
He definitely didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a job, right? Like
Yeah.
Devontae Adams isn't going to be mad. Like I could see if Carr convinced him to come there and then was like, I hate this team, I'm out, and cut me,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. But that's not at all how it
They're
went. He
still gonna
wanted to be on
barbecue
that
and
team.
stand back beers together. They'll be fine.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
I mean,
That new
They're boys from college. I mean, come on,
I gotta
man.
tell you, like, so just bringing it back to all day for like 2 seconds, going back to their moment picking, like that Devontae Adams Series 2 Move the Chains common is a rare. Like, have you watched it at all?
Mm-mm.
It's a $4 common because it's in Move the Chains, but it's a one-handed, like, falling down catch against Jalen Ramsey.
I've only watched 4 moments overall that I've ever
It's
owned.
dope. Like, go watch. No, seriously, go watch this one-handed Adams catch from Series 2, dude. It's so good. I don't know. It's awesome. Like it's like a Pickens catch, except he's on his side, dude. It's awesome. Just go watch. Roy, go watch it. You'll appreciate it, especially over Jalen Ramsey, who I hate.
You know what? Do you know that it wasn't until like mid-season this year that I actually watched the moment?
Watch a moment.
I have watched four moments.
You're tripping, man.
what is happening?
I don't watch moments.
We gotta go.
We do have to go. It's getting late.
All right, guys. So I think that wraps it up. I mean,
Go watch the moment first.
I'll watch it later.
I would watch it, but it'll crash.
Yeah, that's
Watch it
true.
later.
We'll be glitching out.
But guys, we did go through some stuff,
like
rebranding
that,
a little
Lucky.
bit.
That's a good idea,
So
Lucky.
what I will let everyone know is we're still going to be doing giveaways every week. We didn't do one before the show this week, but we are going to be doing one tomorrow. If you guys want to head over to the brand new Twitter account while you're here, I'll type it in chat. It's this here, twitter.com @BF Inbounds. If you want to go follow that, we're going to be starting to do giveaways from that one instead of the old one. So I know most of you are following the old one. Get on that one. We'll be posting something tomorrow, trying to do a giveaway for a standard pack like we usually do. And hope to see you all over there. But we will be continuing every Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Just little different, little new. Got some cool stuff heading your way. We got some plans. We got some stuff in the works. So you guys have a good one.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks.
And
for
we'll see you
hanging
next
out.
week for sure. So bye.
Enjoy.
Bye. Look at that pretty new banner.
It's gorgeous.
So bright and sunny.
It's
It's
gold.
gold.